Howdy y'all and welcome to Lex Lives. I'm Lakander and this is Lek Plays Feed the Beast. So today we're going to look at automating our fuel supplies. Definitely into the miner because as you can see it's already run out again because like I said it takes a lot of fuel. But I also want to look at how to automate your tree farms. And there's a couple of different ways to do that, but we'll look at that after we explore how to automate just our miner. Now, one of the things you're going to run into is you never have enough fuel, and at least to start with. And so, what I want to do is I want to get fuel into my generator without me having to actually place the fuel in the generator constantly. So, one of the ways we can do that is, I mean, right now we don't have a lot of equipment. I mean, we have some good equipment, but we don't have some of the really advanced stuff yet. So what I want is, well, first I need to get this out of the way so I can see here. What I want to do is I want to make some, it didn't help me to look in that chest anyways because what I need isn't in there. What I want is some Buildcraft pipes. Now there's a couple of different systems for doing this. I prefer the Buildcraft pipes over the pneumatic tubes. So we're going to look at the Buildcraft pipes. Now to make the pipes, it's really simple. You take whatever you're making them out of, and there's a few different kinds, and we'll look at those here in a second. But you just take your materials, whatever they're made out of, and you put them on either side of a block of glass, and then you get 8 pipes. Now there's 2 different kinds of Buildcraft pipes. There is the there's 2 different categories of pipes. There is transport pipe, which handles dry things, and then there's waterproof pipe, which handles liquids. We're using coal or charcoal or something like that, so it's dry. So let me type in pipes so we can look at the different kinds though. Now I made wood. I need to make some cobble, and you can see you get 8 every time. And so here's the pipes: wood pipe, cobble, stone, iron, gold, diamond, obsidian, and void. And sandstone. And I honestly can't remember what sandstone does. I think sandstone is used to connect iron and stone together. Anyway, so or not iron, stone and cobble, I mean. Wooden transport pipes are necessary to move things out of inventories. So you have to have a wooden transport pipe to pull things out of. Oh, I forgot. I'm not on vanilla, so I can't do the right-click drag. So what I want is I want to be able to put down a chest, and say I put a chest. Oh, you know, I did that, and well, I can do this. I want to be able to put chest here, and then dump my coal into the chest, right? And then what I want is I want the materials in my chest. And you know what? I totally don't want it there. I don't know what I was thinking. I want the materials in my chest to automatically be moved into my generator. Now, when you look at an item, you can see they've got different inventories. So Buildcraft pipes, when they're applied, you have to put them on the correct side a lot of times. So this generator has a top and a bottom. Top inventory is to charge things. Bottom inventory is where the fuel is. So I need it to feed in on the bottom. So to do that, I've got to place, well, I don't have to, but I'm going to place my chest here. And then the wooden pipe is used to pull out of the inventory. So I don't want to pull out of my generator. I want to pull out of my chest. And so to fix that, I just take one of my wrenches and I right click on the pipe, and you can see the thick end changes. Now, if you're not playing with my texture pack, it's going to look a little different, but I don't remember what the differences are because I always play with this texture pack. And so then, because the way Buildcraft pipes work, what they do is they will split the amount in half if you have more than one place for it to go. So right now, it's just going to shove all of the fuel into here. Well, that doesn't help me if I have a bunch of fuel in here. I don't want to just keep trying to push in, because if there's no place for it to go, it'll just spill out on the ground. So I have to make a place for it to go. So if I take a couple of more pipes, and these are cobblestone pipes, these attach to your wooden pipes, and they allow the wooden pipe to transport materials around. So now what will happen is it will split. When it pulls out of the chest, it will split, and half of it will try to go into the generator, and half of it will go around the pipe, which I know is a little inefficient, but we don't have the machines yet to do it efficiently. And so what'll happen is when this is full, they won't even try to go into it. They'll just go around the line and back into the chest. Now, if I put my fuel in here, you can see nothing happens because I need some kind of power of MJs applied to my wooden pipe. And so wooden pipes, like I said, they're used to move items out of inventories, or liquids if it's a liquid inventory. So I need an engine. Now, we've already looked at the Stirling engine, and that takes fuel. And that defeats my purpose of trying to automate my generator. Why would I want an engine that requires me to put fuel in it? I suppose I could attach it to the pipes too, and I could have the pipes run past it, and then it will get its fuel from the same chest. But one of the nice things about the wooden pipes is that we can use a redstone engine. And I don't have the materials for me, or that I need for that, so let me grab the materials for this. I'm going to need sticks too, so let me grab those. So to make an engine, all the engines are pretty much the same. You've got to have gears. Now when we made the Stirling engine, it was cobblestone, but the redstone engine just uses wood. So 2 wooden gears. You're going to need a piece of glass, and you're going to need 3 planks. And then I also need a piston. And all the engines are built like this. At least that I've seen so far. It's always a piston, it's always 2 gears, it's always a piece of glass, and it's always some kind of metal across the top. And alright, so I need 3 of these. That gets my piston. So piston, gears, glass, and the 3 wood. And that gets me a redstone engine. And now with the redstone engine, you have to have some way of telling it to turn on. And so you can use a lever, which you can turn it on and off. And I'll go ahead and make a lever so we can see the difference. A lever, actually a lever's like this. So a stick over a cobble is a lever. I made a redstone torch, which is just a stick over, or redstone over a stick. And so now I've got my redstone engine, and I can apply that to my wooden pipe. Just like that, you just stick it right on there. And then you have to apply power. So if I use a lever, I put the lever here. Oop, get away from my stuff. And then I can flip the lever, and you can see the engine starts to work. Now this engine will not overheat, it will not explode. You can stack them to get more power out of them. I know some people stack a bunch of them together. I don't remember how far out they stack. Like you put an engine behind an engine, and it makes the first engine work better. I don't need that. I just need the one. And so what it'll do is it will pump out 1 item at a time. And you can see it's already started filling into the generator. And so I have automated the power into my generator. I just have to keep feeding the chest. So it's nice because I can if I have a bunch of power, if I have a bunch of coal or charcoal or wood or something, I can throw it in the chest and then just wander off, and then it will keep my miner powered so that it can continue its business. And you can see we've actually got some nice stuff in here. Oop. This is what happens when I try to film at night. We've already got some iron. We've got some copper, which is really useful. That's pretty much it for useful stuff. We got a bunch of cobblestone. That can be useful. A little bit of aluminum, which we'll look at later. Some monazite, which we'll look at way later. Yeah, so it's already doing some decent harvesting for us. Now let's go back in here where it's safe, so I can look at the individual pipes. So now that you've seen what the pipes do, wood pipe is always used to pull out. Doesn't matter what you're working with. If it's pulling out, you gotta have the. If it's pulling items out of an inventory, you gotta have the wood pipe. I use cobblestone for my pipe. That is basic transport pipe. It has just a normal transport speed. Stone transport pipe is made with stone instead of cobblestone, so use smooth stone for that. And they're identical in all aspects except for the colors are different and they don't connect to each other. So if you need to run two pipes next to each other, this is how you do it. You use stone instead of cobble. Iron transport pipe is made with iron instead of the other materials, and it's kind of like a I don't even know what to say. It's like a direction controller, and so it only outputs on one side of the pipe, and so you can feed multiple pipes into it, and they will all only output in that one direction. So you can control the direction things are going in. It's especially useful if you have a bunch. In fact, let me show you what I've done with the iron pipe. It won't take too long to get out there. Whoa. Sometimes it takes the game a second to catch up when you're teleporting around. Now, I've used the iron pipe to control the direction of my charcoal in my charcoal burner. This is for my tree farm, and these are all iron pipes. So I've got my wooden pipes, and they're pulling out the charcoal when the furnaces get done making charcoal. And then these pipes all face in specific directions to feed all the charcoal out to here. You can see the wood is flowing in back here, and the charcoal is flowing out on this side. And so the iron pipes are used just to fix the direction. And you just use your wrench. Where's my wrench? You just use your wrench and you hit the pipe and it'll change direction. Whichever side does not have the thick part. They can't go through the thick part. They could come in through the thick part, but they can't go out through the thick part. That's the iron pipe. Gold pipe is used to make things go faster. So it's kind of like a powered pipe that just makes things flow faster. I don't think I have any in use. I mean, that's gold pipe there, but that's gold waterproof pipe. Yeah, that's gold waterproof pipe again back here. All right, I don't have any gold pipe because I use other methods of transporting my goods, so I don't have anything really flowing long distance like that. What else we got? Gold pipe. Diamond pipe. Diamond pipe is special. We'll go up to my station here, and if you haven't seen my station, check out my wither fight video, and I show the outside of my base for the first time. This is a diamond pipe right here. You can see it's got different colors on the ends of the pipe: red, blue, black. And when you click on it, it gives you the different colors, and so whatever you place in those colors, it will send in that direction. So it's a filter pipe. So you can see I've got black is pointed down, yellow is pointed left. So if I right click on this, these items go through the black tube, these items go through the yellow tube. And what I'm using it for is the last pipe. Oh wait, there's also emerald transport pipe, and I think that's a faster version of the wood pipe with a filter built in. I've only used them once, I think, so I don't really know what they're good for. Oh, and there's obsidian too, and I never use that either. But the diamond pipe is attached to a void pipe, and void pipes just destroy whatever enters them. So this is attached to my miner, only mine's a quarry, so it sends a lot more stuff out. And so this is just stuff I don't want, and so when it comes through, it gets sent out to the void and destroyed. The Like I said, the emerald pipe I believe is like the wood pipe, but with a filter on what it pulls out. And the obsidian pipe is used to suck up things that are loose on the ground. I've never really used one. Um, and then we'll look at the liquid ones later because I don't have any liquid anything to do. So when we get to liquids, they work a little differently, and we'll have to look at what they do at a later time. Um, I think that's it for the pipes. Sandstone, I've never used sandstone either. All right, but that's how I automate it. It's just a wooden transport pipe with an engine attached to it, pulling out from the box. It puts it either into the generator or back around back into the box so that it can just keep going in a circle. And this is how you automate like everything. So once you get that down, it's pretty easy to automate a lot of your machines. So like if you have a whole bunch of ore you want to send into your pulverizer, you can just have a box that feeds into the pulverizer like that. Although you can make hoppers pretty simply too, which we'll look at that later. We'll look at that later. Let's stay on track here. The next thing I wanted to look at was the Steve's carts, and for that I'm going to need gold, and I don't think I'm going to need diamonds quite yet. We're going to need diamonds for it, but not quite yet. So once your miner's going and you let it get you some good supplies, one of the things you have to keep doing is getting fuel for your miner. So what I like to do is automate my tree production because I hate having to go out and do all the harvesting. So I use this thing called Steve's carts. And so what you need is the thing called a cart assembler. And it's just made with some stone and some iron and then these things called simple PCBs. And if you click on them, you can see it's just made from redstone and gold. I forgot about the stone. I'm gonna have to cook up some cobble. I should have just split that in half. So let me run out here and see if I got enough coal left to. Oh man, is it in here? Oh yeah, I'm gonna steal some coal. I'm out of fuel here, so you make up some stone while I do this. So for my card assembler, I want to make these PCBs. I need 2 of them. So if I click on one, hold down shift, left click, I've got the supplies in my inventory, so I can grab just the 2 of them. Pick that stuff back up. And now I need my 4 stone. You're also going to need a lot of track. Did I save track? Track is really annoying to make in Feed the Beast. I don't have any here. I probably don't have a lot back at my base either because I use it. So what I suggest is go caving and find one of those track mines and tear up the track and bring it back. You don't need a lot to get started, but if you want to build some really big ones, you're going to need a lot of track for these automated Steve's carts. Oh, I've got tons of track. The reason I don't make it myself is because it requires creosote oil. I didn't need to come up here. And creosote oil requires another machine that I haven't made yet. And it's a very slow process to get. And so I'm always out of creosote oil trying to make the machines. You got me 4 stone yet? Alright. I got so much stuff on me now. I don't have room for it. Go away, arrow. Oh wait, I also have a stupid bow. Go away, bow. Alright, and so then I make my Steve's cart. Steve's cart. And then it doesn't take any kind of special fuel or anything. It just takes coal. You put it in the fuel spot down here. But you can see there's a lot of stuff for it to do over here. And so the first thing you need is a hull. And so if you bring up your NEI and you can come over here and type in hull, you can see that we get wooden hulls, standard hulls, reinforced hulls, mechanical big. I have no idea where that came from. I always just make the standard hull. You can see it says modular capacity 200. This one has a modular capacity of 12. It's the tiniest of the carts. So what I need is this. I need a standard hull. It's just 5 iron bars like you're going to make a mine cart, and then some iron wheels. And iron wheels are just the same pattern that you use for gears, only with iron bars in the middle. And that gets you iron wheels. So 2 iron wheels, and the minecart shape gets you a standard hull. And the modular capacity is how much of this stuff will fit on it. And so some of the things we're going to want for our automated tree is we're going to need an engine. So we come in here and you just type in engine. And so what we want is down here. There are solar engines for it, and you can see modular cost 20. But the one we're going to use is just a straight up coal engine. The solar engines are nice because they don't require fuel, but they require direct line of sight to the sky. And so if anything gets between them and the sky, they stop working. And so if there isn't enough charge in its internal battery, your cart will stop. And so that does not work at all for an automated tree farm. So next I need this coal engine. And you can see that's 5 iron ingots, a furnace, and 2 pistons. So let's make up a couple pistons. Whoops, I totally missed that slot. Man, I make so many of these. There is a glitch with Steve's carts. And so something happens. I think it's when your server resets. If you're playing on multiplayer, I don't know how often it happens in single player. It might be worse in single player. But sometimes your Steve's carts disappear, so I'm always making new Steve's carts. Alright, so that gets me an engine. That was simple enough. Next you see we need a tool. So if I come in here and I type in tool, there are some tools that you can use. There's a drill, which allows it to dig tunnels. There's a farmer, which allows it to harvest crops. There's a woodcutter, which allows it to harvest trees. Some more drills, and then some not Steve's Carts tools. So what I want to make is a woodcutter, because I want to cut down trees. So we need saw blades, an iron ingot, and a wood cutting core. So let's look at the saw blades. Saw blades are 2 iron ingots and a diamond. So I need 5 of those, so that means I need 5 diamonds. And I seriously, this is one of the first things I make as soon as I get diamonds. I make my first diamond pick, so I can get into the nether, and then I get 5 more diamonds and I make this, because it makes life so much easier. And so I need... Basically what's going to happen is you make a self-powered automated tree farm, which is going to make its own charcoal, and you'll never have to cut down another tree again. You'll have a nearly unlimited supply of wood that you can turn into charcoal, and you can automate it so it's always making charcoal. Well, technically the style I use requires you to automate the charcoal. I need some tree saplings, so I'm going to jump back here and grab some tree saplings. We're not actually going to get far enough probably in today's video to finish this, but I wanted to get started. We'll get this tool made and then we'll call it good. 8, that's what I needed. And then we'll finish off the other components next time. And then it'll probably be a 3rd episode away before our cart gets to the point where it's actually working, because it takes 32 minutes for a Steve's cart to cook. Well, for Steve's cart of this complexity. So the next thing we need here is the wood cutting core, which you can see uses an advanced PCB, which is just simple PCBs with iron and redstone. So we need 4 of these. Check. Um, oh no, we need 2 of these. I don't know why I just made 4. That's okay. And then we got the advanced PCB. And so then this requires 8 saplings around it, so we brought that back. So now we got the wood cutting core. So now we've got the components to make the tool. So that was just a little bit of gold, some redstone, some iron, some tree saplings. Um, that's pretty much it. And the 5 diamonds. And then that goes in the tools. And then you can see that they're like little chainsaws on the front of the Steve's cart. The back of it here, that's the coal engine. And so attachments, I don't really do the attachments. It's not necessary. And then the last thing we need is storage. So if I come back over here, and I don't think I have the materials for this here. Storage. What we want is, there's different types of chests that go on it. We can't use front storage because that's already taken up with the tool. We could probably do side storage. Maybe a top storage because we're not doing anything on top, but I prefer internal storage, which has a modular cost of 25, which is why we use the standard cart. And so it's made up of iron or a chest lock, which is stone and iron. So that's not too hard to make, and they make in 8s, and we're only going to use 4. So I don't even have any stone on me. No, I do. So we're going to use 4 of these, so I really only need to make 1 set of those. And then we need chest panes, which are planks and wood, which is why I don't think I have just wood here. No. So let me dump some of this stuff out of my inventory here. I don't need those. You can hold on my tracks for now. And I'll hop back to the house. I actually probably already have some of these internal chests made. Come on, go down the hole. There we go. I'm trying to hurry before we run out of time here. Where did I stick my cart stuff? Oh, there we go. So I've already got some made, so I'm just going to take 4 of these. And I actually already have some tree carts made too, but I want to build one. Oh, why did I keep coming up here? I need to use the teleport. Now, of course, when you're doing this for real, you're going to have to make sure to get all the supplies. It's going to take a little while to get there. I just happen to have everything already. And so then we put the storage in. And that's all you need for what I'm going to do. So now here's the problem I'm going to run into. I only have 15 coal. And it's going to take about a stack and a half. So you put your coal in, you hit a symbol, and then this is the bar telling you how much fuel's in it. This is the bar that tells you how much time it has left. So you can see a little over 31 minutes to make my Steve's cart. And you can actually load up for the next Steve's cart while the first one's cooking. How do we do? Did we get any coal? We got some coal here. Hey, back off. So the next thing you're going to want to do while your Steve's cart is cooking, and you want to make sure you have enough fuel, but you want to pick an area where you're going to put your tree farm. So this is the area I had already chosen to put my trees, and so this is going to be where I put my tree farm. So I've got to clean this out. And so I'm going to do that before next video. Hopefully you like the how to automate your supply of fuel, and Steve's carts. We actually got one. I didn't think we were going to make it fast enough to stay out there, creeper. I didn't think we'd make it fast enough to actually start one, but yeah, we've got it cooking. We're gonna have to make some track. I know I said it's ridiculous to make track, but we need some special kind of track called advanced detector track for this to work, and we're gonna need a thing called a cargo manager. We're actually gonna use two of them, so we'll have to make those next time too. They're just made with iron and gold and redstone and stuff. They're nothing special. They don't require any advanced machines or anything. That's why I like the Steve's carts, especially for this. The other way we could have done it was multi-block farm, and we will use a multi-block farm, but that'll be later. We'll replace our rubber supply with a multi-block farm. I way prefer the multi-block farm for rubber production. Alright, click like if you like, subscribe to be sure and catch the next one. We'll try to get a little farther on our automated tree farm so we can get automated charcoal production for fuel. And then I don't know what else we'll look at next week. It might take us there, or next episode. It'll probably take us the whole episode to get the Steve's cart finished. So I'll talk to you later.